Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and good morning, dear students. I hope you are all fine. May Allah keep you in good health. Dear students, I expect that you are following a proper timetable and giving ample time to your studies, because time is very precious and you should utilize it wisely. Students, make sure that your homework does not get pending. So, today we are going to study worksheet number 6, that is sentence. In this video, I am going to discuss in detail the definition of sentence and its various types. So let's start with the definition of a sentence. What is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words that gives complete meaning. For example, sky blue the is. This is a group of words, but it does not give complete meaning. Does it look like a sentence? No, it is not a sentence. A proper sentence is the sky is blue. So we have rearranged the words and it has become a sentence, a meaningful sentence. So a sentence should convey complete sense. It must have a complete meaning. For example, Haris has a nice cat. My computer is not working. I do not like swimming. Another important thing about a sentence is that it has a subject and a predicate. For example, Meena cooks delicious food. Here Meena is the subject, the doer of the action. Cooks delicious food is a predicate that tells us something about the subject. Sometimes a sentence has no subject, but it is totally understandable. For example, put the book here. Here the sentence is starting with a verb. There is no subject. But we can totally understand that here you is the implied subject. Now we'll discuss the types of sentence. Sentences are divided into different types on the basis of the structure of the sentence and meaning of the sentence. On the basis of structure of a sentence, it is divided into 3 types: simple sentence, compound sentence, and complex sentence. On the basis of the meaning, a sentence can be divided into 6 types: affirmative sentence, negative sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, optative sentence, and exclamatory sentence. First, we'll discuss the types of sentence on the basis of structure. The first one is simple sentence. A simple sentence has one subject and one predicate. For example, the moon was bright. We could see our way. Here the moon is the subject, was bright is a predicate. We is a subject, could see our way is a predicate. So simple sentence has one subject and one predicate. Another important thing about simple sentence is it is also called as independent clause. Now it brings us to the definition of clause. A clause is a group of words that contains both a subject and a predicate or a verb. For example, she sings. So she is a subject, sings a predicate. So a clause is the smallest unit of sentence. Dear students, there are words, they combine to make phrase, phrases combine to make clauses, and clauses combine to make different sentences. So a clause that gives a complete meaning on its own is called a main clause. There are 2 types of clauses: independent clause or main clause, dependent clause or subordinate clause. So the independent clause is a group of words that can stand alone as a sentence. It has both a subject and a verb and forms a complete thought. Whereas dependent clause cannot stand alone. They depend on independent clause to form a complete thought. For example, these examples will make the confusion clear. There are two types of clauses, independent clause and dependent clause. Independent clause can stand independently. They give their meaning completely without depending on another part of the sentence. Whereas the dependent clause cannot give its meaning when it is alone. It depends on the main clause or independent clause for its meaning. For example, I'll read the examples one by one. Asif plays hockey is an independent clause as he enjoys it. It is a dependent clause. Asif plays hockey as he enjoys it is a complete sentence, but the sentence consists of two clauses, independent clause and dependent clause. The second example, Shazia could not catch the bus because she was late. Now it is totally understood that the dependent clause cannot stand alone. It cannot convey its meaning on its own. Third example, Ali could not finish the mathematical test although he knew all the sums. Arifa quickly ate her lunch as she was very hungry. Haris is back from work as he must take rest. You must work hard if you want to succeed in life. So, simple sentence has a subject and a predicate. It is also called as independent clause. Next type is compound sentence. A sentence which is made up of two main clauses joined by a coordinating conjunction is called compound sentence. Dear students, a simple sentence has one clause. Its meaning can easily be understood. In compound sentence, two sentences are joined by a coordinating conjunction. Two main clauses, independent clauses, are joined together with the help of conjunction, coordinating conjunction. For example, night came on and the room grew dark. Second example is Ali likes hockey and Sarah likes tennis. Now here the two clauses are joined by the conjunction and another hint about a compound sentence is that if we remove the conjunction, the two clauses can stand independently as two sentences. For example, night came on is a complete sentence on its own. If we remove the conjunction, the second sentence would be the room grew dark. Now what are the coordinating conjunctions that are used to join compound sentences? So coordinating conjunction is a conjunction placed between words, phrases, clauses or sentences of equal rank. For example, and, but, or. A hint that will help you to remember the coordinating conjunction that the first letter of each of conjunction spells fanboys. You can remember the word fanboys, and in this way you can remember all the coordinating conjunctions. For example, F stands for, A and, N nor, B but, O or, Y yet, as so. And here they are all also used in the sentences. These conjunctions are used in the sentences to make them clear. We listened eagerly, for he brought news of our families. Here two main clauses or independent clauses are joined together with the help of the conjunction for. Next example, she didn't speak to anyone and nobody spoke to her. I don't expect children to be rude, nor do I expect to be disobeyed. Now these are all the examples that you can read, and they'll give you a complete understanding of coordinating conjunctions. The third type of sentence is complex sentence. a complex sentence which is made up of a main clause and a subordinate clause. So in complex sentence, unlike compound sentence, the two clauses are not of equal value, but one clause is dependent on the other independent clause for its meaning. Clauses are joined by subordinate conjunctions here. In complex sentences, subordinate conjunctions are used, unlike the compound sentences where coordinating conjunctions were used. Now subordinating conjunctions all are given here. After, before, unless, although, even though, until, as, if, when, as long as, now that, whenever, as soon as, since, where, because, though, while. These are all the subordinate conjunctions. Example of complex sentence. I did not buy blue jacket although it was on sale. See, the white sentence, the sentence written in the white color is a main clause, an independent clause. If we leave the other part of the sentence, this clause stands alone and gives a complete meaning. I did not buy a blue jacket, although it was on sale. Now the next part that is written in black color, although it was on sale, is a dependent clause. It depends on the main clause for its meaning. It cannot stand alone. Second example, I soon returned home because I was upset. So these are the two clauses, independent and dependent clause, joined together with the help of subordinate conjunction. There are other examples given. Asif plays hockey as he enjoys it. Shazia could not catch the bus because she was late. Ali could not finish the mathematical test although he knew all the sums. Arifa quickly ate her lunch as she was very hungry. Haris is back from work, so he must take rest. You must work hard if you want to succeed in life. These are all the examples of complex sentence. So, the sentences, the types of sentences on the basis of structure, there are three types: simple, compound and complex sentences. Now we come to the types of sentences on the basis of their meaning, on the basis of the meaning that the sentences express. There are 5 basic types: assertive sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, optative sentence and exclamatory sentence. First one is assertive sentence. Assertive sentences are used to say or tell or inform about something. They convey information or facts. They are also called declarative sentence as they are used to declare something. For example, I am having lunch. We have reached Lahore safely. There is no playground. Her brother is not in the team. Now with the help of examples we can understand that assertive sentences can be negative or affirmative. So no need to make a separate type of sentence as affirmative or negative, but the both come under the category of assertive sentences, declarative sentences. So assertive sentences can be affirmative, means they can be positive. For example, she is a good writer. Or they can be negative by putting a negative word in it. For example, she is not a good writer. He goes to school. He does not go to school. So they are the subcategories of assertive sentences or declarative sentences. An identification tip for these sentences is that they end with a full stop. The next type of sentence is interrogative sentence. As the name shows, they are related to interrogation or questioning. So they are used to ask questions. They include both WH questions and helping verb questions. For example, where is the manager? What is your plan for the next year? Now these questions start with WH, word, and their answer needs explanation. When we come to the next examples, do you play tennis? Is it your pen? These two examples start with helping verb questions. Their answer requires a yes or no. So interrogative sentences consist of both WH questions and helping verb questions. An identification tip for these sentences is that they always end with a question mark. The third kind of sentence is imperative sentences. They are used to give instructions like order, request, or advice. For example, please open the door. Stop at once. Always speak truth. Now here, please open the door expresses a request, where a request word is used as please. Stop at once expresses an order. Always speak truth is an advice. So an identification tip for this kind of sentences is that they start with a verb or a request expression. The fourth kind of sentence is optative sentences. Sometimes this category is merged into imperative sentences as the expression of prayer or wish, but we will here discuss it separately. Optative sentences express a prayer and a wish for someone. Sentences having a prayer starts with may. Sentences having a wish starts with would. Examples will make it clear. May you live long. Now here you are giving a dua or prayer to somebody. You are praying for somebody. Next example, would I be the president? Here the word would has been used, and it is used for your wish, that you wish to become a president. The next is, may you prosper in your life. May Allah bless you. So an identification tip is that optative sentences starts with may or would. The fifth type of sentence is exclamatory sentences. These sentences express strong or sudden feelings of joy, grief, concern, and fear. Exclamatory words are hurrah, alas, oh, wow, etc. These exclamatory words are used to exclaim joyfully, sorrowfully, or excitedly. For example, alas, the leader is no more. Hurrah, we did it. What a nice weather it is. How nice dress is she wearing? Now from these examples we can understand that exclamatory sentences are used to express your feelings of joy or wonder or excitement. And if you need to identify that which one is exclamatory sentence, then a tip is that they have exclamatory mark. Now these are all the kinds of sentences that we have done, assertive sentences, and they have subcategories of affirmative and negative. Example is also given. Imperative, interrogative, exclamatory, and the fifth type is optative sentences. Optative sentences that expresses a wish or a prayer. Now dear students, the task for you is to watch the videos carefully to grasp the concept of sentence. Then learn the definition of all the types of sentences from workbook. Do practice of definitions on rough register. Thank you students. Good luck.